Good morning to everybody by Earth Measured. Another video here to speak about the moon. I would like to speak today about the moon luminescence and the moon phases. In next video we will speak next week about the moon eclipse. That is a real enigma because no one, I believe, or very few people know what happens with the moon eclipses over the flat Earth. But we will explain it next week. Today I want to speak about the phases of the moon and how its light is generated. I have seen that I am under attack of many kind of trolls. It is strange. In Italian, in my Italian video, it is okay. But also in my English video, it seems that I'm under control also for my bad English. Okay. So the question is, how is generated the light of the moon? Mainstream science says that it is only a reflection of the light of the sun toward the Earth. But in our model of the flat Earth, it is not possible. We have already said that the sun and the moon are running a cone, a spiral over a cone between the two tropics, Cancer tropic and the Capricorn tropic, and the sun and the moon can be at a different height. So being both sun and moon two discs, not spheres, it is difficult to understand how the light of the sun hitting from the higher side, the top side, the moon, is this light then reflected to the Earth. It is not possible. So, making some research, I have seen that there are many possibilities, and one of these, the one that I prefer, is the photoluminescence, that is divided in fluorescence and phosphorescence. The moon is more likely fluorescent. What is this meaning? The UV rays emitted by the sun hits the moon, and here the material of the moon are molecules with electrons that, when receive this energy from the UV radiation, goes to an higher orbital, and when they return in their equilibrium position, they emit light. Okay. So we have this possibility that the moon is yes, self-luminescent, because it is generating its light, but this self-luminescence is activated by the light of the sun. No, not the light, but by the UV radiation, because if you make some research, you will see that fluorescence is often activated by UV radiations, and if you look in Wikipedia, for example, you will see that 7% of the radiations emitted by the sun are constituted by UV radiations. So, understood this, we can ask to ourselves how the phases of the moon are generated, and it is quite clear the fact that there is a relation, a link between the phases and the relative position of the sun and of the moon. If these are at 180 degrees, we will have the full moon. If they are one near to the other, we will have the new moon, and the moon will not be visible because hidden by the more powerful light of the sun. If they are at 90 degrees, we will have the quarter, and so on. But how is generated the phase of the moon? Okay, we have already spoken in our video about the Parker spiral, or the heliospheric diffused current of the sun. This is plasma, the magnetic plasma generated by the sun that is rotating around its axis with a period, the synodic period of the sun, of 27.27 days. And here there is a clear relation between sun and moon, because the moon has a sidereal period of 27 days. So the moon is here inside this surface that hide or uncover or protect only partially the moon from the UV radiations generated also by the sun. So in relation linked to the relative position with the sun, the moon will be protected by the plasma, or will be not protected, for example here, or will be partially protected, and we have the generation of the phases of the moon. So please make research about the Parker spiral of the sun to understand how these phases are generated. Okay, thank you for watching also this video. Here is Earth Measured. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.